All right, y'all. Shalom. I'm getting set up here. Definitely got. I'm coming down the middle on this one. I'll just put it to you like that. Um, Give me a sec to get this music turned off and to get set up. Um, Let me see. Let me while I'm on here though, while I'm getting set up, let me know how the audio is. Okay. While I'm on here though, sounds pretty good to me. Y'all let me know how it sounds on your end, and we'll get this thing cracking in a sec. All right. All right, y'all. So I want to say shalom to y'all. Um, I'm Michael Israel. You are watching Spiritual Combat. And as you could tell by the title today, it's another addition to the Real Talk series uh, titled Biblical Foundation. And we're going to be hitting on a couple things. First thing I want to that we're going to get into is just as you know, we are in the dead season. For my viewers who might not be familiar with the dead season and what it is, it's basically the fall winter season where, you know, on a agricultural level, things die off. Okay. The On a spiritual biblical level, this is the pagans. This is when the pagans high holidays are, or what they would call holidays, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that crap. What we have found, uh, being in Straightway, and Straightway is truly set apart, serious about truly walking out the word, and not just in word, but in deed also. But what in Straightway, what we see, and during the dead season is when a lot of people get caught up in sin. Uh, and maybe I didn't, that's not, maybe there's a better way to break it down, but we really see Satan at work in attacking people. We'll put it like that. And I'll elaborate on that further. But even looking back, because when I came in a Straightway, they were like, "Oh, here we go into another dead season." I was like, "Well, what do they mean by that?" And what they've seen in Straightway over the years is during the dead season when there are no feast days, but what they see is a lot of people getting caught up in different types of sin, and a lot of them end up getting uh, leaving the ministry. Um, the dead season. What I found is, you know, after, you know, I've been in Straightway about 3 years now. Uh, what I found is, looking back, a lot of people um, have, like in the past in my life, and this is before I came into truth or anything. When I was just out there in the world, man, a lot of death happened in the dead season. A lot of people got, uh, died, were murdered, you name it, in the dead season. Um, just a lot of crazy stuff, calamity happened in the dead season, and now it makes sense. If you look, the um, December and Christmas is like the highest suicide uh, dates. You know what I'm saying? For the suicide count, it's real. But how does Michael Israel look at the dead season? What's my mindset um, in the dead season? How do I kind of, if you want to know how I look at it, it's like I'm everything me, man, is combat military type stuff. And the way I look at the dead season is, hey, we going in to engage the enemy. We getting deployed. We're going into the spiritual war zone. We've been training during the feasts, all the feast days and everything, during you call it the life season. We've been training and preparing and going through drills and exercises and doing all of our training during during that season. So when we go into the dead season, we going into combat, and we are nearing the end of the dead season, and we've taken casualties. You know, we got people who've been murked, who've been taken out. Why? Because they weren't trained. They didn't train. They didn't train properly. They weren't using their weapons the way they were trained to use their weapons. They didn't use their sword properly, their shields, whatever. Folks got taken out. Those of us who trained properly and using our weapons properly, we got better at battle. We're better soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of the dead season. You know what I'm saying? We engaged the enemy on multiple war fronts. We got good intel. We got good experience that we can bring back and prepare for the next dead season. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you firsthand, it was an intense dead season. We had a lot of contacts with the enemy on multiple fronts. Okay. And like I said, man, those soldiers who weren't training, who weren't studying their word properly, using their sword correctly, using their shield of faith. They didn't raise their shield of faith. They got taken out by fiery darts. You know what I'm saying? But you know, y'all know the scriptures on that. It's real talk. It's the dead season. You deployed into um, a combat. I don't know what you call it. What did Gideon call that zone? They got a name for the when you go into that area where the enemy's at. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when you go in there, boom, you gotta switch on. You constantly on alert. What's the word called? Being vigilant. You're on the lookout in here, in that stuff in between these ears. You're being vigilant. You're on the watch out. You're ready to engage the enemy, to rebuke the enemy, because like I said, here's a battleground, and sometimes some of your brothers and sisters, they're at war here. You got to rebuke them, admonish them, exhort them, correct them, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's the dead season. The combat is on and popping. You know, and you got to be vigilant and be ready to, engage the enemy in the dead season. So, folks, so you minimize the casualties, and we took casualties, but we're a stronger unit now. Why? Because we're battle hardened. We got the battle experience. Put a 100 up in there if y'all understand where I'm coming from. If y'all get that, if y'all seeing that, are you seeing that? You know what I'm saying? And that's going to take me into what I want to talk about. And it's real talk. I encourage the Saints here in Straightway, Florida, about this today, and I felt led to just bring this out to y'all, you brothers and sisters, also. And it's basically I don't know if there's proper terminology, but just really standing in the gap, standing firm, being rooted. Particularly, this applies to the women also, but particularly to the men. Being firmly rooted in the word of the Most High Yah, being grounded in it. You know what I'm saying? Um, uh, as a biblically masculine, biblically grounded men with like Pastor Dow was talking about, having mental fortitude, mental toughness, is something that I've seen here in Straightway, Florida, where there are a lot of feminine men, and um, I feel like I can speak on that to some degree because I spent 26, 27 odd years being a soft, effeminate man, or to say 26, 27 years of my life being a soft, effeminate man until, the Most High opened my eyes up to it. Not being grounded, trying to be a nice guy, treating, not trying to, what they call, put ripples in the water. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff like that. And, you know, to really be a man of Yah or a woman of Yah, to really be obedient to what the Most High Yah desires us to do and what he desires to be according to his word, you are going to hurt feelings. That's why I have hurt feeling reports. I'm going to have to put that back on here again. My hurt feelings reports that I give people. You know what I'm saying? Let me upload one on here real quick. But people's feelings are gonna get hurt. Okay, but we're not. It doesn't say serve people's feelings. It doesn't tell you to serve your feelings. It tells you to be obedient to the Most High Yah. Okay, hold on. Yeah, so we need to adhere to that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm gonna download this so I can put it up here while I'm talking, so y'all have something. Because that was one of the things. Hold on, y'all, give me a sec. Give old Mikey Israel a second. All right, that was one of the things that that I had to overcome. And it took years to even figure out what it was. You know what I'm saying? What the issue was. There we go. All right. Yeah, it took years to even figure out, hey, to figure out a lot of this stuff. And I see it in other brothers. And the way I see it in a lot of brothers I deal with that I counsel now, a lot of times it comes out with what they got going on around them, with family, relationships, you name it. And you can see where, they've neglected this area of, like what I try to call it is standing in the gap. Okay. Hold on one sec. Y'all give me a sec here. See if I could do this for y'all. Let's see. Show. All right. I guess it's not gonna let me put it up there, so I don't want to take away too much from what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's not gonna let it come up. But yeah, so Um, and and when I say that, it's like, yeah, I can be cordial, I can be respectful, you know, have etiquette, all that. But the thing is, being a soldier, standing in the gap. When being a soldier, you gotta be ready to engage. Safety's off. All right, we're going out of the safe zone. We're going into the combat zone. Take the safeties off, put the magazines in, be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. And you're not going to do that if you're soft and effeminized. You're not. The you It's like, hey, I could go from just having a nice cordial conversation with anyone to checking their ass and calling Satan out on them if need be, and not acting like I don't see something. You know what I'm saying? And what you end up doing is a lot of people really don't want to rock with you when you like that. But those people are people that are submitted to Satan, whether knowingly or unknowingly. They're submitted to Satan, and they're not really submitted to the Most High Yah. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying this because as men, particularly, and women too, women call out, but particularly the men, because they're the heads, they're the leaders of their house and everything. Man, you have to be vigilant and ready to engage the enemy on any front he might engage you in. And they have a name for it in the military when you go into the difference of fighting a battle in a city as opposed to out in the woods somewhere. Because like in the city, it's, I think they call it full spectrum warfare, where they could engage you. They could be up above you. They might be down below you. They might be to the side. They might be over here. So you literally they call it having your head on a swivel, where your head is constantly moving and you looking for somewhere where the enemy might be. And actually full spectrum warfare is actually a name, a term that they use. I think it's more I heard it in the Air Force or whatever, but it's the modern day warfare. And it's actually a more fitting term, because full spectrum warfare is where you could actually be fighting on the ground as an infantry person, or you could be fighting cyber warfare, or from so-called space, or whatever you want to call it, but from that aerial warfare, where or it could be air-to-air combat. It could be sea combat at sea. Like the war is going on all levels. Economic warfare, so full spectrum warfare is, and that's a good analogy of what you are in. If you are a man in Israel and you standing for Yah's word, the war is going to be coming through the media. It's going to be, if your children are in the public fool system, you're going to have stuff trying to engage them. You might be at warfare. You might have to combat Satan on the battleground of your wife. You know what I'm saying? Of people around you, of family, of friends. It's like you got to be ready to bang, baby. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be that soldier. He said the Most High Yah is a man of war. Yahuwah is his name. Hey, fighting's a way of life. People got to just know, hey, he that dude. He ain't, hey, like they got to be able to say, look, he just ain't about that bullshit. You might not want to bring that around him. See, people do some of the combat for you. People got to begin to realize, like, look, he ain't bending on that. You know, you got to just have that reputation instead of, oh, I just want, but I just want world peace and love. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and we should just love and love and sugar cookies and bubble gum and all that bullshit. When me, look, I know I get this thing up here. Here, I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all me. Hold on. I'm gonna get it up here for y'all. Hold on. Y'all give old Mikey. Hey, they call me the media. What they call me? I got the media award. Bam. I know I get it up here. Me, I'm about that. I'm gonna tell you something, and then I'll hand you one of these. Okay. Hurt feeling report. Whiner's name. Whiner's age. It has what was anyone sympathetic to the whiner? You know what I'm saying? How long did you whine? Which feelings were hurt? which, which feelings were hurt? You see what I'm saying? And say that on there. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not saying I walk around being an asshole, but when I see Satan, I pull the gloves off, y'all. Like when I see Satan operating somebody, I check him on that shit. And I'm telling you, the reason why I'm on here right now is because look, people are out here getting destroyed. Satan done ramped it up with the media, with the internet, with the level of brainwashing he working on people with the sex coming through the media, with the pornography and the the encouraging lust in people that's coming through right now. I had to come on here because it's like, man, I'm telling you, we got casualties. We got a body count down here in Straightway, Florida, with people losing the battle, man. They came out on the battlefield and they wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? They weren't listening to the training they was getting. You see what I'm saying? So I got to come on here and come straight down the middle and keep it 1,000. And we got to keep our head on it. We got to really, like people will tell you towards the end of a deployment or campaign or whatever, you really got to stay now. And look, let me keep it for those of y'all who might not know. I was in the Air Force, so I wasn't out in actual battle. But we went on deployments. I was an aircraft mechanic. And towards the end of those deployments, they told you when you're out there working on a plane, it's you've been out here this long, and now you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're getting ready to head home. You got to stay extra engaged. You got to be extra careful working on this plane, because working on airplanes, there's a lot of ways you can hurt yourself or kill yourself, because them planes, a lot of them ain't maintenance friendly. A lot of jobs you do ain't maintenance friendly, and it can be dangerous working on. But they tell you towards the end, you got to be extra careful. Don't let your guard down because, hey, I made it through the long. No, be more vigilant, be more engaged. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, getting back to the point that I was talking about is what you got to understand is, dude, Satan don't do he doesn't do direct attacks, head-on attacks. It's always a side shot. He comes in with the smiley, laughing, talkative people. You know what I'm saying? It's always sweet. The bad, like the sugar. Sugar is a neurotoxin. It's an acid. It will dehydrate your body and ruin you. But it tastes so good. Like the bread and all that stuff out there, all them, when you study the stuff that messes you up, it feels good. And like that trainer for, I think, Alabama State, whatever, said, if it feels good, you're not doing it right. That's why these people get caught up in these fiery relationships. And then the next thing you know, they done ruin their life because it feels good. They done ran up in that thing and smashed it. And now Like they're like, whoa, how'd I get here? You see what I'm saying? Because you went into a trance. So Satan is more like a sniper who baits you in with stuff that appeals to you and then tries to take you out. So you gotta stay vigilant. You see what I'm saying? It's combat. It's always a side shot. So what does that combat look like in the spiritual? Thoughts that you ain't dealt with, you know. How does he get you off? I'll tell you the pattern we have seen. I have seen. I got brothers and sisters that are watching right now who will bear witness with me. So we have multiple witnesses who will bear witness that they've seen this pattern with Satan, how he works on the saints. First thing he do is draws them away. They get distant. He gets them away from the patch so he can pick them off. We've seen this. Y'all saints who are up here in Straightway, Florida, up here in Jacksonville, put it in the comments. Tell these people that have you not seen this with some of these brothers and sisters around here, how he gets them away, isolates them, turns them into isolationites, gets them off, and then picks them off. That's how he works. It's like brothers will kind of grow distant. They'll set their life up so they're not around you too much, or you start not hearing from them. You know, you don't see them. They ain't communicating with you on social media or calling, checking in and nothing. And then months later or whatever, something pops up. Some of them you get a call. Yeah, man. Like, hey, what's going on with so and so? I don't know, man. I ain't heard from them either. Like, okay. They ain't following the battle plan, the manual, the battle script, the survival scrolls. They're not implementing what they learned in basic training, with their military training. They didn't implement that. They weren't staying vigilant. They had their shit on safe. They didn't have a round in the chamber. Their scope wasn't, like Brother Gideon said, it was rust on their shit. You know what I'm saying? They weren't going through the training they had received. So they weren't following the team accordingly, the strike team. They wanted to see what that was over there. Got taken out spiritually. What does that look like spiritually? Well, like I said, one of the first things we see Koya's in there. She done seen it. Yes, sir. Call Satan out when you see his devices and snares operating in people or within ourselves. You see what I'm saying? We seen it. The brothers, I don't know if they're all in here. The brothers, they know they seen it. They'll bear witness. They seen this pattern. Sisters seen it too. We watch people. It's like there's something they wrestling with, and he pulls them off, and it'll be shameful. And look at that. Hey, y'all know I'm coming down the middle, because y'all see these posts coming in here. Online strips without clothing. Somebody block them. Matter of fact, allow me, because what I can do, I could block them from even seeing my channel. So I need to do that. Let me handle that real quick. I don't know if any of my my people are in there. They got the. Yeah, I'm a delete them. I'm a block them from the whole site. Says if you block this person, you won't be able to see their messages. They won't see your message either unless you post to a channel where they're a moderator. So poof, they're gone. All right. So hey, blessings to you, Pastor Dow's in there. So the pattern we've seen with these people is that they just begin to you see them begin to grow distant, and then You don't hear nothing from them. And then somebody reach out. Sometimes if I feel that, I'm like, hey man, what's going on with you? Oh, blah blah blah. Well, I heard this. Boom, you find out. Like I talked to a brother today. You know, he met some strange woman, done pulled him off, and you know, people don't know what love. That people can't. You know, I got a bunch of videos where I tell people, there, you got lust, infatuation, and love. You know what I'm saying? And most people, most people have never. They're like, I'm in love. No, you in lust. You know that them naughty tingles you feel down there between your legs. That is not love. That is lust. Okay. Most people have never made it to love because I'd say it takes maybe a year, a couple years, whatever, for you to really begin to feel love. And you don't really begin to feel it. And I ain't even gonna say feel it, because love is something you do. You know what I'm saying? So most people fall into lust and get, they get carried away into a hot, sad mess. You know what I'm saying? Um, but that's one of the signs that, you know, you as a saint can observe and say, oh, this person going off, when they begin to grow distant and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And we down here in straight with Florida, we engage brothers and sisters. You know, something off with a brother or whatever, you'll see me out there yelling before you see me off somewhere, feeling some type of way about you. Like, one thing everybody can say is they know exactly where they stand with Brother Michael down here. I don't secretly hate them, nothing, man. If I'm mad, you're gonna know it, and then you'll watch me get over it too, and you'll get over it or whatever. But we don't create an environment where people can wander off from the flock very, very easily. But if you show a desire to wander off, we will let your ass wander off and be wolf food. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, that's one of the signs. But let's get into, what it really is, like that spiritual combat. Like, what does that look like? Is what I found one of Satan's main weapons that he is knocking people down left and right with. His I'll call it Satan's stealth bomber, probably. One of his high-end weapons is social media, period. Like, I watch these people get on social media. Instagram gotta be one of the worst ones. And you like going through your Instagram and you ain't got your feed set up properly, because you gotta set up your Instagram feed so they ain't low-key sending you these Instagram models where one glimpse and you hit, man down. Nigga ain't have his flak vest on or nothing. He just out there walking around. Woo! You see an Instagram model, boy, and that mind go to working. And then what do? You don't cover up the bleeding. You just sitting there. Nobody around you know CPR. And you look, well, let me scroll one more and look at another Instagram model. It looked like somebody drew them. And then it's a wrap. And then the next thing you know, that sin has conceived and the roots, and then boom. But us in the assembly, like I said, you done kind of wandered off a little bit. That seed got planted. We don't know what's going on. That seed done germinated. And we looking, we like, okay, something is up. I'm discerning something. Let me just wait for it to sprout. And then that seed pops up out of the ground, and we like, okay, that's what it was. Okay, we see it now. So that's one of them, man. And the word tells us to meditate on his word day and night. What does that look like? Like me, if I'm not busy doing something where I have to be cognitively engaged, like I'm doing invoices or estimates or something for the business, whatever, like where I gotta really be cognitively engaged, I am listening to the word. I'm either listening to a message, I'm listening to the Bible on audio, or I'm studying about the Bible, reading the Bible. You see what I'm saying? I'm not, mindlessly scrolling through an unfiltered Instagram or TikTok feed or reel on what's it called? Facebook. And I'm telling you, y'all, I'm trying to warn y'all about some of Satan's brand new combat weapons, the reel or the TikTok feed, these 15-minute feeds that you scan through, boom, one after another, boom, 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 boom. And it's like I said, if you don't train that feed, and if you ain't, I taken my feeds on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube and YouTube and Facebook, because everybody, they see the benefit of they see how that shit grabs your attention and sucks you in. And that's why all social media platforms have implemented reels on it. Okay? Because they just see how powerful it is on grabbing your attention. And what I did with all those feeds is you can train them. So if they do try to throw a woman in there or something that's not conducive, all my feeds are motivational speaking and Bible speaking feeds. And you train the algorithm to only send you that. And the way you do that is when they send you something negative, whether it's sexual in nature or just silly, dumb shit, you flag it. You say, this is inappropriate. Boom. When they send me a sexual one, I say, this is inappropriate. I'm offended. Boom. And I do it. I had to do it about 2 or 3 times. Boom. And then they stop sending it. And then when they send a biblical one or maybe an inspirational feed about, something positive, I like it. I put a comment in there and say, send more of these, and you train those feeds so that if you are looking at that stuff, you're getting edified. I'm just telling you, that's for the strong-willed, engaged, experienced combat spiritual warriors. For y'all privates and stuff like that, y'all need to just stay off social media for the most part. Maybe just stay on YouTube or something. You need to seriously fast from that. Oh, that brings us into the next part of spiritual warfare is fasting. Praying, fasting, seeking Yah. And what is fasting? Well, you don't have to fast. You don't have to go, I'm doing a dry fast, no food, no water. I'm not even brushing my teeth or taking showers. I'm just going hard. Every fast don't gotta be like that. You ain't gotta do all that. All you gotta do to fast, like what I do, I fruit fast damn near every day. It's just my regular routine now where I barely eat during the day. Or if I do feel like I really want to eat, I bring a bunch of fruit. Like today, I took like 6 or 7 oranges to work, and ate a bunch of them, and it's beneficial on health wise, but it's also beneficial spiritually more so to afflict this flesh. You know what I'm saying? To bring that flesh under submission. And the word says in the end times, people would be overcome by surfeiting, by overeating. And you see, like I eat one meal a day. The rest is fruit. On the weekends, on the Shabbats, and on first day, anything goes, you know. But for the most part, that's how I'm moving. And I can tell you firsthand, you can thrive on one meal a day because we get it in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the brothers here in Straightway, Florida, go on one meal a day, and them brothers go hard body. They can go, and it's nothing for us to do a whole day's work and eat one meal a day. And it's nothing that's pushed here. It's just something that it it works. You know what I'm saying? It's more efficient. You know, because I know people who eat 3 meals a day, and shoot, man, they bogged down and issues and all that. I was talking to a brother today at work. He has a cyst on his head. He already got it cut out one time, and now it's coming back again because we were just talking that I hadn't seen him in a while. And I already told him about his diet. He eats the standard American diet, a lot of grain and a lot of sugar. And that will cause lumps, cysts, and stuff to form. Now and I'm gonna be doing a show on the salve we got. It's a poke root salve that you put on there, and it will break that agglomerated fluid down. It'll break it down and get it out your body. But it comes back to what I'm saying again. People are overeating, and they're paying a price for it. And you got to begin to afflict this flesh, and it has spiritual ramifications. It has sexual ramifications to the point of controlling lust. Not so much sexual desire, but lust. That's a different thing, and it will bring that under control. It will give you more spiritual power to combat this stuff. It's real, man. And I'm just telling you stuff I'm seeing in the field. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you stuff that we're seeing in the field, baby. We watching like we seeing casualties. Yo, we seeing casualties, and it's not for lack of training, because dudes is getting the training. They just, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, you don't know how anybody's gonna respond to they out there in their combat, Like I talked about oh man, I gotta get these clips, man. I gotta show y'all this clip. I'ma do it right now. Y'all gotta see this, man. I'm gonna pull this clip up. And what it is this guy talking about that's not it. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can get this, man. This will be good. I think I could get it. And what he's talking about is just uh there he is. I think I could get it. All right. What he's talking about is the difference of real combat versus training. Okay. And man, the way this guy describes it is so awesome. And as you know, man, with combat, there is always a direct correlation with the word, because we're in spiritual combat, spiritual warfare. All right. Let's see. I think I can find this. Let me see. All right. And this dude sound like he been in combat, like, cause All right, I think I found it. We're gonna see. It's just bear with me, man. This is good. It's good the way this guy tells his story. Okay, let me see.
discussions today. One of them is the integration of women into the SEAL teams, into special operations, into infantry units.
All right.
You're not going to get killed. Very rarely does someone get killed, and maybe you get a concussion, maybe infinitely harder than the.
All right, yeah, this is it.
But it's double physical nature, and that you see people carrying logs on their head.
All right. So here we go.
So BUDS is the basic SEAL training that you see on TV, and that you see people carrying.
Let me know if y'all can hear that.
Doing push-ups and pull-ups, and
I'm about to share the screen on it.
And the reason that I don't talk about BUDS a lot is because.
Can y'all hear the video?
It's a tiny, tiny fraction of what the SEAL teams is all about. And in fact, when you get in the SEAL teams, you realize that BUDS is nothing more than a screening process to weed out people that don't really want to be there. But if you compare it to what
you have to do once you get in the teams, it's actually nothing. Because there's no way that you can compare, hey, you got to go get in cold ocean water and then roll around in the sand. Oh, no. And I always think back to the first time when I was at Camp Corregidor, and I'm rolling out on the first major operation we were doing in the Malab district of Ramadi. And there's tires burning the street. There's smoke. You can hear the gunfire. Getting wet and sandy and being cold is a joke compared to that. So that
and real fast, y'all, just to keep it to keep this in perspective and stuff, is I look at some of the stuff I went through spiritually of changing, really implementing my walk with the Most High Yah in my life versus what the word says. Oh, the word's telling you about it, but when you actually go to do it, it's a whole nother level, y'all, of executing it. This is why nobody out there in the so-called Hebrew Israelite community is doing what the brothers and sisters are doing in Straightway, what Pastor's doing. You see what I'm saying? That's why when I saw Pastor in Straightway, it was like, whoo, here go all my brothers I've been looking for. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there's a direct correlation between this. So this is Jocko talking here, but after him, Leif Baptist is going to talk. He's been in combat, and his breakdown is real good. So I'll continue the video, but this is good.
That's why the whole BUDS thing is something that it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. And I think some guys try and turn it into a big deal, especially if that was kind of the highlight of their career, was going through SEAL training. Yeah. But if you were in the teams and you deployed overseas, then that shouldn't be the highlight of your career. It shouldn't be that.
So this is, and I'm gonna be coming in, but this is why when I see these Hebrew scholars out here trying to show off their Bible knowledge, to me, it's like BUDS training. It's like whoopee-doo, but then you look at the past Dow, Elder Rufus, Elder Mitchells, and brothers like that, and sisters like that, like Mother Jennifer, Mother Carol, and them. Like, it's like, yo, y'all are a joke because these people live it. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same. Like I said, there's direct correlations with warfare and all that. So, but anyway, I'm gonna let him talk.
The highlight of your knowledge, it shouldn't be the highlight of the man test that people like to consider. BUDS. It's not a man test. It means you didn't quit being cold. Good job.
And to that point, I think it's, for those folks that didn't really get tested in combat or didn't get a chance to go out on the battlefield and experience the just incredible physical nature of combat and how difficult it is, then BUDS is like everything, and so they talk about BUDS all the time, and so it's kind of this legendary thing. And look, it's a great training program. It's been around for a long time. It screens out the people that don't have the characteristics, as Jocko said, that we think are going to be successful, and it works. And we should keep those standards high, and we should push that. I thought Buds was a pretty good time. We had some great times in Buds. I love the guys I went through Buds with, most of them, but it's got nothing on combat. And it's interesting that some of the big political discussions today, one of them is the integration of women into the SEAL teams, into special operations, into infantry units, and everyone's always focused on, well, if they can meet standards and if they're, if they can make it through training, then they should be able to go out and serve, right? And they're focused on training, and the people they're talking about training at the highest levels because they don't know what it's like to be in real combat, and real combat is infinitely harder than the toughest. I mean, why are we talking about integrating the NFL, where you got huge, big, strong guys that are smashing each other, and yet that's, maybe you get a concussion, maybe you tear your ACL, maybe you break your elbow, or snap your wrist. You're not going to get killed. Very rarely does someone get killed in the football game, right? Where combat is infinitely harder than that, infinitely more difficult than that, and so. And unlike a football game that's over in, just a couple of hours, you're talking about something that can last weeks, months, even years. And it's just the physical nature of combat cannot be overstated. It is incredibly difficult. And when people are shocked to hear that, they're like, hey, tell me some stories about Buds. Like, Buds is carry some logs, man. Don't quit. Okay. I mean, it's make it through, it's combat where you're, and you'll see it too. Guys who excelled in Buds because they're great athletes sometimes will go to the battlefield and they're like, I remember the first time that I saw an IED going off about a block away from me. And we were sitting on the rooftop in a sniper position. This was my first deployment before Jocko and I were working together. And all of a sudden, there's a 100-foot fireball that goes up in the air. I mean, the blast wave hits me and just knocks me on my ass. And just metal fragments and shards of concrete and stuff just raining down all over the place from a block away, from us. And it was like, damn, that is not something I want to be standing on or riding in a vehicle when you hit that thing. And when you see something like that, like just the kinetic energy of rounds coming in, and just think of the biggest, strongest guy you can imagine with a sledgehammer just smashing a wall next to you, and multiply that times 700 or 800 rounds a minute for a belt-fed machine gun. And I mean, it's incredibly difficult and dangerous and overwhelming. And so you see some of the toughest guys that did well in Buds, you're like, ooh, not necessarily eager to go out in that. And so it's a whole new level of difficulty. And it's just, it can't be overstated. So I think that it's the difficulties of combat, again, just cannot be overstated. People need to understand what the reality of that is like. And I think this idea that America is not going to, we kind of dictate the nature of wars. And
so anyway, that is how I look at the so-called fake Hebrew community, and then the real deal here in Straightway. And even in Straightway, you got people who, hey, when we go into this dead season, this spiritual combat season, where look, these spirits gonna be hitting you and your position for real, and then we begin to see what people are made of. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Because we're going against this for real. These spirits, look, I'm not doing a Straightway promotional. My assembly better than yours. I'm just saying these spirits know who really walking the word out. And it's like my thing is like, dude, like Koya put a post up on Facebook that I keep looking at, and it says, before you commit to the walk, determine what you're willing to give up. And if your answer is anything short of everything, you might want to reconsider. Like, you got to be all in with this, because look, these spirits going to be banging. You know what I'm saying? And we got to be about that action. And it's not like, that's not the whole thing. We walk in the blessings of this too. me and Coy and my daughter, we were having a discussion in the car, a real talk discussion. And we were talking about, yeah, look, we got to stay engaged, but look at the blessings that we've received, you know, by doing this walk, us as a family and everything. It's like we've never seen this in our lives or in the lives of those around us till we came to this and really began walking this thing out, you know. And I don't get on here and really brag about all the blessings, but they're real. And what I want to do, I don't want to talk about, put stuff out there before it's actually come to fruition. So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? But I can say this. In the coming months, the fruit will be very visible. I'll put it like that. Okay. You know, as long as I stay locked in, you know, stay meditating on the word day and night. That's what I mean, staying locked in and keeping certain things out. You got to control what you're taking in. You know what I'm saying? That is the flak vest and, you know, the defense gear, the shield, you know, controlling what you take in, you know. So, but like I said, warfare, you got to be tough. The soft people, you know, I know I joke around with the hurt feelings reports and, you know, some of the other assemblies, they got their own ways of joking about people being soft, people not being grounded, people making a God of their emotions and not a God of the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Look, but it's real. You have to, you got to be tough in this. You know what I'm saying? You got to be spiritually tough and stay locked in to the Most High's word. Does that make sense? Hey, let me know. What y'all think of that video, man? Y'all let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all think there on that. Did that make sense? Could y'all understand where I was coming from with that video I put on there? You know, yeah, y'all let me know. All right, so let me see. Let me check something real quick, y'all. I think this thing. All right, yep. So yeah, but it's like I said, it's real talk. And let me hit on one last thing. Last part here, because how long have I been on? Ooh. Man, this thing saying I've been on for 4 hours. I know that ain't right. It must be glitching. All right, so hold on one sec, y'all. All right, so here's the other thing. Is sense of urgency, you know. Let me do it. Let me know, is a stream up? Is a stream good? Because I think there's something. Okay, somebody said, okay, shalom and bless you, brother Mike. Yeah, it's weird. The times are all off, and I don't know what's going on with this thing. What are the verses that we should constantly have in mind to engage in spiritual combat daily? So what I tell brothers and sisters, and this is just my, you know, I'm not saying this what you have to do or nothing like that. When you're actively in combat, the book of Psalms is a good book to be in. You know what I'm saying? When you're actively being attacked, okay? Now, when attack's over and you're fortifying your position and repairing the battle damage to your strongholds and stuff, I like the book of Proverbs and the book of Sirach Ecclesiasticus, okay? That's me particularly. Like I said, I'm always reading the gospel, you know, and the gospels and everything. the New Testament and studying Torah, you know, and reading the other books about battlefield mistakes and victories, you know, with, you know, and I'm just trying to put it in military analogies, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that'd be my answer to that. Okay. Okay, so it says, so the other thing I want to talk about is having a sense of urgency. Okay. Let me stop this screen share real quick. So what do I mean by that? Like a sense of urgency. This is stuff I've observed around here. The difference between certain brothers and sisters out here that I've seen is that sense of urgency. And what do I mean is, how are you serving? Are you serving Yah with a sense of urgency? Because I see some people who serve Yah with a sense of urgency. I do, where if I see I'm in transgression with something, I with a sense of urgency, get in line with the Most High Yah's way. Because I understand on all the different levels how imperative it is we cling to Yah and follow his word. Okay? I see other people who don't serve Yah with a sense of urgency. They serve their emotions with a sense of urgency. They serve their cares of the world with a sense of urgency, and Yah isn't very urgent. What I mean by that, y'all have heard, some of y'all have heard me tell the story where when the Most High first opened my eyes to the fact that I was walking in sin, it was like somebody told me there was a tarantula on my back. I'm like, where? Get it off. Get it off. That was my spirit, and still is to this day, of just wanting to walk this thing out with the Most High. Okay. And like I said, it's a growth process. I'm constantly, you know, I ain't saying I'm walking around here perfect. Okay. But I'm striving for perfection. So, but I see other people, it's like, hey, there's a tarantula on your back. And they're like, oh, there is? What color is it? You think is it gonna bite? You think it's poisonous? Okay, well, let me get this done and then I'll get it off. That's how they serve Yah. You tell them, hey, you know the word says this, blah blah blah. Yeah, I know. Man, I gotta do it, man. You know, and that's they walk. And to them people, I do that dance that I'll show you how I step away from them. Hold on. Y'all gonna like this. I'll show y'all how let me get this up here. Hold on. Y'all bear with me. You know I gotta do my little all right. I'll show you how I slide away from them. All right. Y'all gonna like this stuff. Y'all know I gotta keep it silly. All right, hold on. Let me see. How do I do that? Bam. Bam. Some of y'all gonna already know what it is as soon as y'all see. So I'll show y'all how I slide away from them. I do that. I do that Ray Lewis dance where he do that thing and he slide. That's how I slide away from folks when I see them. You know, when I see that day off. Look, watch him do his dance. That's how I slide from him. That's how I slide away from him. Like Ray Lewis. I'll be like, look, I'll show y'all. Let me add that back up there. I need to have all this. I don't be knowing I'm gonna be saying it. I'm gonna be saying this stuff, so that's why I'm gonna be having it ready to go. But I'd be like, I hear them talking. So I said, well, I don't, I'm working on it, but I'm just not there yet to be obedient in that area. And I'd be like, and slide away from the mugs, just like Ray Lewis did. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gotta, real talk, we gotta have a sense of urgency about this thing. Like, I'm telling you, man, I still remember the day, and some of y'all heard me tell the story over again, but when I realized, I was like, man, the music industry is off. They serving Satan. Then I realized the movie industry is off. They serving Satan. And then I realized the church is off. They serving Satan. It was Catholicism. Then the church is off. They serve. And I was like, I'm off. I'm serving. I was like, whoa, And ever since then, boy, I mean, it freaked me. And for the next, I'm telling you, when that happened, for the next, must have been week or more. It's like 2 weeks. I was walking around in stunned awe. Like, whoa, it was real. I like the Most High is real. And I was off. And I was just walking around like that. And ever since then, that fire been, whoo. Yeah. And soon after, the day after that, I realized, I was like, I be looking at internet porn. I was like, I got to overcome this thing. And shoot, man, y'all know the story on that. If y'all know the story on that, y'all go back and look at my videos on overcoming that. It is real, boy. And this warfare is real out here, man. And I'm just telling you, I see a lot of saints out there that, I see a lot of brothers and sisters out there, man, that their biblical foundation is just not there. Like I said, that's the title of this video, but foundationally, they are not biblically sound. They don't have the basic combat training. It's not there. They're not fighting. They're not doing anything to combat the social media, the weapon of social media. They're not combating the weapon of food. They're not combating all the myriad of other carnal weapons that Satan is launching against us, against our, carnal fleshly nature that is there. I don't see the warfare, and these are the casualties I see getting taken out. These are the people I see getting taken out, getting, they're getting overwhelmed. Man, how is that there again? I thought I completely, let me get it. Y'all bear with me. All right. Maybe they got, wow. Y'all know I'm coming down the middle when you see attacks like this. Hey, everybody, if you could, that website you see there, report them. Go on there and report them to YouTube, please. I just did. If y'all can, just right click on it or long press it on that thing and report them. Go to their website, report their website, get that thing flagged, and YouTube will get it out of there. So, but at least I know I'm banging on Satan's kingdom. That's what I'm saying. I'm banging on Satan's kingdom. I'm smashing on it. That's my confirmation that I know I'm smashing in to Satan's wicked ass kingdom when stuff like that comes on there. When does anything like that ever come on there? You know what I'm saying? But that's how I know. So, but yeah, I know what I need to do. Hold on. I know why it's not blocking them. I wasn't logged into my correct account. So y'all bear with me. I got to get them off here. But yeah, man, it's that when I see attacks coming in like that, that's how I know that, you know, what I'm saying is cutting. All right, let me see. Here we go. All right. Yeah, that is how I know I'm hitting on all 8 cylinders. But they're about to be gone. There we go. Yeah, but if y'all can report them for pornography. Yep. Look like they channel. Let me see how to flag them. But anyway, thank you for all y'all, man. Report them as pornography. There's a whole bunch. The more y'all do it, the quicker their whole channel will be removed. And they'll know, hey, like I said, I got the media award because I know, hey, what I say? Didn't I tell y'all? Full spectrum warfare, spiritual combat, baby. That's what I'm saying. That's what we're about. We're about that combat. I appreciate y'all going in there and combating, fighting. We fighting on a different spectrum. We fighting on the media spectrum right now. And like I said, man, Satan see you banging on his kingdom. He gonna deploy his goons. And hey, if y'all know anything about old Michael Israel, if y'all know anything about old Michael Israel, y'all know.
Today I got time, cuz.
Y'all know I got time. Y'all know I got time today. We could bang, baby. Bring them comments on there. We about to, spiritual combat. We gonna combat. I'm telling you. We got time today. We got time today, cuz. So anyway, but not giving that too much attention. I know that's a typical distraction. And I see they got another site too. So what I'm gonna do is report that one too. Let me see how to flag them. They picked the right one. But with that said, do y'all have any comments or any questions? Right now is the time to definitely put them in there, and we will get them answered. I hope this was edifying. Definitely sorry for the distractions, but hey, they come. And also y'all see on Facebook now, and like I said, this is more I don't know if you've seen what YouTube has done, but we could use it to our advantage as Israel can use it to their advantage. What you can do with these videos now, you could do it with this video right now, is you could actually take clips out and post them on your webpage, right? Real time, basically. You should do that with Pastor Dow's videos. You should do that. Get those. You could. That's what that clip thing is for. So if something was said that's on point, you could take that clip, share it, because what these social media platforms are trying to do in order to keep up with what's the name with TikTok, is they're trying to do short chain content, real short content. So that's why they implemented that, but that could be beneficial for the work. Somebody said, what's some good things to do in prayer for spiritual combat? So when you're praying in spiritual combat, what's some good things to do? It says pray, fast, and seek the Lord. You know, that supplication. A good thing to look up is that word supplication that you see in the word. That's how you break through. That's how you overcome strongholds, is with supplication. And that's earnestly, humbly, desperately seeking the Most High Yah. But look up the definitions, and then in the definition of supplication, in the definition of that word, look up the definition of those words. I got lessons on that I did back in the day. So yeah, hopefully that answered your question. Shalom, brother Paul. Good to see you in there. Paul said, you're above the target. You're getting flack. Yeah, yep. It says, somebody said, if you report it as suicide, self-injury, it's disappearing on the live chat. Okay. So that, hey, flag it. Get them out of there, man. I'm telling you. That, oh, so you saying it'll be gone instantly. I got you. So, yeah, man. But yeah, there's it's just kind of, I don't really even get mad about it. Like, I know that I'm banging on it when people come in with that type of stuff. You know? So, but yeah, it's good. You know, we're not sweating it. But anyway, I hope this message and what I said was edifying. It's definitely on my heart and on my spirit to bring this out today, to just speak on some of this stuff. Like I said, stay engaged, stay alert, stay vigilant. You're in the combat zone, you know, so keep your weapon on semi, keep semi-automatic. So keep your weapon on fire. Don't have your weapon on safe. Make sure you got a round in the chamber. Your magazine's full. You prepared for war. You got your sword, your shield, battle the chest plate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want to come on and say that. But anyway, y'all, with that said, appreciate all y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. You're watching Spiritual Combat. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And with that said, shalom, shalom.